Alright, also look, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about UFC 308 since it's just officially been announced, and I'm incredibly excited for it. It's one of those lineups that make you feel that the UFC really went out of their way to give the fans something unforgettable. Not only does the main event feature Ilia El Matador Topuria, a fighter that I've been backing since the very beginning of his career, but the entire card is stacked with some of the most intriguing matchup we've seen in such a long time. And it's kind of rare to see a card this loaded up from top to absolute bottom, and even though I might be a teeny weeny bit biased, I believe that this could be the best pay-per-view we've seen in 2024. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can help me reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. I'll deeply appreciate you. And make sure you join the official UFC Discord, link in the description. Alright, so look, first things first, we're going to be starting off with the main event. We've got the undisputed featherweight champion of the world, Ilia El Matador Topuria, who is set to make his first title defense against none other than Max Blessed Holloway. Max Holloway is a legitimate featherweight and the former champion who held his belt for a significant amount of time, establishing himself as one of the best in the division's history. This fight has been a long time coming, with both fighters exchanging words on social media, creating an intense build-up. But despite the back and forth, it was always clear that this matchup was kind of inevitable. The UFC just took their precious time to let the hype build up naturally before finally announcing the date. But for me, I think that personally speaking, after everything's all said and done, this fight has got to be a contender for fight of the year, because this is the fight that I have been eagerly anticipating for a very long time. Ilia El Matador Topuria has been on an absolute tear throughout the entire featherweight division. Undefeated and the current reigning undisputed champion, he has shown that he possesses grade A, elite level striking with some of the crispiest and slickest footwork as well as head movement in the game today. His KO ability is absolutely nuclear and something to behold. He's got that kind of one-punch power that can absolutely change the way of the fight in an absolute instant. But to top it all off, he's not even just a striker. His background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well as Greco-Roman wrestling makes him one of the most well-rounded fighters in the UFC currently, and in my opinion, there is no one else in the division who can match his combination of skills. On the other hand, you've got Max Blessed Holloway, the former king of the featherweight division. Max Holloway hasn't held his belt in over 5 years, but he was so young during his reign that he's probably just now entering his prime at 32 years old. He's been on a mission lately, and his recent performances have shown that he's still very much a force to be reckoned with. Everyone saw what he did to Justin the Highlight Gaethje at UFC 300. It was an absolute statement win that reminded everyone just how dangerous he really is. It's going to be a very fascinating sight to see how he can reclaim the 145-pound belt, especially since he's already had 3 chances at it during Alexander Volkanovski's reign, but this fight has all the makings of an instant classic, and I'm planning to do a deeper dive type of breakdown video closer to the fight date. But let me tell you this. If Ilia El Matador can get past Max Holloway, who I think is his toughest stylistic challenge in the division right now currently, he will undoubtedly cement himself as the newest featherweight greatest of all time, because let's be honest, after that, there's really no one in the division who can touch him, respectively. Moving on to the co-main event, we've got Hamza Borshima taking on Robert the Reaper Whitaker. This fight was originally scheduled to headline UFC Saudi Arabia in June, but a week before the event, Hamza Bors fell seriously ill, and Ikram Aliskerov had to step in on short notice to fight Robert Whitaker instead. Bobby Knuckles accepted the fight and ended up knocking Ikram Aliskerov in the first round, showing the entire world why he's still one of the top contenders in the middleweight division. The UFC realized that the Chimaev-Whitaker matchup was still something that the fans wanted to see, so they rebooked it. This fight is likely for the #1 contender spot, with the winner going on to face the victor of Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya later this month. This is another matchup that has the fans buzzing, and I'm really hoping everything goes smoothly this time around so we can finally see these two finally go at it. Next up on the card is the heavyweight title elimination bout between Cyril Gane and Alexander Volkov. This is a rematch of their 2020 fight where Gane won by decision. However, a lot has changed since then, with Volkov improving drastically in his skills and is currently on a 4-fight winning streak, making this a very different fight from their first encounter. The stakes are extremely high as the winner will likely earn a title shot, but you know how I feel about the heavyweight division right now because it is log-jammed at the moment, especially with the interim champion defending his interim belt while the undisputed champion is out. So, it's kind of unclear how this will all play out, but nevertheless, this fight promises to be an absolute banger, and I'm excited to see how it all unfolds. And last, but certainly not least, we've got the light heavyweight bout between Magomed Ankalaev and Alexander Rakic. This matchup has kind of raised some eyebrows because this likely signals that Alex Poatan Pereira might be making his move up to the heavyweight division, which is an extremely huge development for the light heavyweight division. Alexander Rakic is coming off of a loss against Yuri Prochazka in April UFC 300 and is now stepping in against Magomed Ankalaev, who is ranked number 1 in the light heavyweight division and is supposed to be next for a title shot. So I don't know what's going on with the light heavyweight division, but this is a very interesting stylistic matchup, and it's one that could have very major implications on the division as a whole, especially with the possibility of Alex Poatan moving up to the heavyweight division. It's kind of unclear what the UFC higher-ups have planned and have in store for both heavyweight and the light heavyweight divisions, but I can't wait to see what it leads to. All in all, UFC 308 is shaping up to be an incredible event with some of the most exciting matchups we've seen in a very long time. And I'm counting down the days until the eventual fight night, but that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys have to say about the main card for UFC 308 and what you guys think about the main event. Ilya El Matador Topuria versus Max Blessed Holloway. Let me know in the comment section below. But that about wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Ciao.